when we think of wars, we think that it's geographic, that it belongs to a place. But war is a system, and systems don't respect borders. So when global conflict hits, emerging nations like ours absorb the shock. We're not just dealing with higher fuel prices or tightened food supply chains or the destruction of infrastructures. We're also dealing with the risk of data integrity. What I mean by this is we're at risk of losing records, identities being erased, and that's because there's a collision between the legacy systems, the fragmented legacy systems that we have now, and the rapid, unmapped digital data over the cloud. In the Philippines and similar countries or economies, legacy doesn't just refer to old computers, it refers to the friction of fragmentation. What I mean by this is our data is currently stored in an outdated LGU logbook or disconnected government mainframes and or modern mobile apps that don't talk to each other. So in times of crisis, if a citizen data or if a citizen gets displaced, their data is trapped in a database or a server somewhere or a paper somewhere that we cannot reach. And that's the reason why in times of war, tech ethics is or becomes really crucial. When I say tech ethics, I'm referring to using standardization as a shield. When we standardize our data, when we focus on data quality and literacy, then we also shield ourselves from destroying this data integrity that I am referring to. Um, by building ethical data frameworks, then even if a building falls, we this data, the citizen data, remains accessible and sovereign. Another thing is responsible AI. So, responsible AI must look like interoperability. Um, so, it must bridge our data from paper and our digital future. By prioritizing data quality, literacy, and accessibility, we design a resilient future for our nation. When we teach communities to own and understand their data, then we are also teaching them or empowering them to rebuild their own future. Um, and so we're not just, or it's not just about cleaning data, it's about protecting the dignity of the next generation. Now that even global infrastructure or data centers are vulnerable or at risk, then it's important that we build localized, energy efficient, or resource efficient data centers that can survive independently. Because this will be the foundation of our future. The whole point is, as we navigate this uncertainty and the legacy silos, interoperability, and how it's going to be integrated to AI in the future, the question is no longer how much data do we need to handle, manage, or clean. It's about how are we designing or architecting these systems, these platforms, so that it can be resilient in times of volatility or instability. So, yeah, I'm looking for thinkers, those who are interested on data sovereignty, and I'm looking forward to connect with you.